oboe here, and I'm going to show you how to put your oboe together and how to play your first 3 notes, which are B, A, G. While you're putting your oboe together, you should soak your reed. Usually we get the reed wet for about a minute, and I have my reed in a little cup of water here. It's much better to use tap water than to suck on it. So here's my reed. I'm going to let it sit there. Now my reed's actually been soaking for a while, so I'm just going to take it out and just let it sit for a minute. I'll wet it again before I play. So the way you open your oboe case, there are all different kinds of cases. On a lot of these cases, the name brand of your oboe is on the top. But on my case, I have Bundy here, and I have Bundy here. It's on both sides. So there's a couple of other ways I can tell the top side of the case. My latches are going to flip up. That's how, probably true for everyone. The other thing it has is this plate right here. So that's the top of my oboe case. So I'm going to open that up, and there are 3 pieces. The bell, the lower joint, which is the piece with the big cork, sort of the longer piece, and the upper joint, which has a smaller cork. Start by taking your bell in your right hand. I think it will be easier if I set this on the floor. Take the bell in your right hand, and then take the lower joint and lift it from the part that is not the cork. Just sort of hang on to it. Set the cork in the bell, and before you twist these 2 pieces together, put your palm on the back of the oboe where there's no keys. You can even, this is the thumb rest. Put the thumb rest between your thumb and your pointer. And then reach around and squeeze these buttons right here. Just push down on them. You can avoid doing that with your thumb because you want to try to not touch the long pieces. You don't want to bend anything on your oboe. And while you have a nice grip in your left hand, just push up with your right hand, and this bell will go on. Now switch hands, take your right hand, and hold both these pieces together, putting your thumb on the bottom pad of the lower joint, so you've got a grip on both pieces. Pick up the upper joint, which is the last piece that's left, and holding it flat in the palm of your hand, put the cork in, and carefully line up visually all of the holes into a straight line. Put your palm on the back. Reach around with your fingers. Don't reach around with your thumb because you may bend the rods here. Just leave it straight. And you're basically just going to push these 2 pieces together, and you have 2 what we call bridge keys. One on this side and one on this side. And they're puzzle pieces that go together. So you need to keep your eye on both of those as you twist. And you basically gently just twist back and forth until you have this bridge key is lined up, this bridge key is lined up, and your oboe is together. Now, I'm going to grab my reed. Hold your oboe where you can kind of close one eye and look down the length of it. You will see this pad right here at the top, and it's flat. Now look at your reed, and you should be looking at your reed flat. When you insert that reed into the hole, the reed should line up flat with this pad right here. That's my visual. And I just put this on my lap and push. If this is hard to go in, it's basically just going to go in as far as it will go. If this is hard, you can put a little cork grease on that, but it's kind of slimy, so wipe off your hands when you're done. Now our first notes are B, A, G. So I'm going to take my, actually I'll take my right hand and start by putting the thumb on the thumb rest, right underneath it. That's too far. That's just right, right on the knuckle. Don't do anything down here yet. We don't need those today. Take your left hand and just put it on the back of the oboe right here where there's no keys. There is a lever there, but we're not pushing that one today. Reach around front, and your pointer finger should go to the first button that has a little hole in it. Your second finger should go to the next button that has a little hole in it, and your third finger goes to the third button with a hole in it. So this is our B, A, G. Let's hear what those sound like. Our B is played just with our pointer finger, and all the other fingers can kind of stay curved. Place my undershirt. finger to the next hole. Add one more finger to the third hole. B, A, G, and those three will sound like mi, re, do. And I can play hot cross buns with those.